So as we wake up on day 2, we have an option of 2 different rooms to unlock. There is the storage attic, which gives you 3 additional storage chests. It then has the sewing room addition up there as well. Then we have the cooking room, which gives you the option to start cooking food. And also that one has the additions of the greenhouse and the brewery. I personally go for the cooking room first because with cooked food, it satisfies your hunger better. And also if you get stuck out in the woods when the sun goes down, depending on the type of food you cook, it will keep you warm. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the cooking room on day 2. So let's go ahead and just find these items that are required. I'm gonna go ahead and pin them using the Q. So as you can see, it's over here on the right side. With that, I think I know I have the bolts or not. I don't have the bolts, so we're gonna have to go out to the locations where the bolts are at, where the metal is at. But first I am going to go to the river because I do need water, and that's where you find driftwood. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drink some water first, and then just walk along the water line, and there is driftwood laying along the water line. It is very easy to miss because it does not stand out. It kind of blends in with the ground. So here's one piece right here. So now that I have the 3 pieces of driftwood, I'm gonna go head back to where the wreck tower is at, behind the house. So as we come up to this wreck tower, from yesterday, you do now have a lockpick set, so you just go ahead and hit E to use it. You do not have to have it equipped in your hotbar. And with these wood storage boxes, all you do is take your axe and you smack them, and they will break open and reveal 1 item in them. So with the few items I picked up right there, I will be able to make another set of bolts to unlock the room. So I'm just going to go ahead and start chopping down some trees to get the wood. So now that I'm back at my house, as you see, I still need 1 more set of bolts. I'm just going to come over to the crafting items bench, come up to the bolts, and all I need is 1 steel pipe. So I'm just going to go ahead and craft that. And now you can see that I do have all the items needed to unlock the kitchen or the cooking room. I'm going to go ahead and build it. So now that I unlocked it, I am able to start making food, as well as the new extensions are, like I said, the greenhouse and brewing room. So before I show you the kitchen, I'm going to go out and gather different food items so I can show you the different ways of cooking. Alright, so I went out and just gathered some basic food items that were around my cabin. So as you can see, I picked up some golden chanterelle, I guess that's how it's pronounced, some hoof fungus, the button mushroom, dotty mushroom, black currant, and the morel mushroom. Now, if you look at these items prior to cooking them, right here they'll show the raw status. So this means when you eat it raw, this is what it will give you in nutrition. So little bit of hunger will refill, and this will keep you a little bit of warm. Here's the difference between eating it raw and cooking it. So again, this one right here doesn't give you much more for food intake, but when you're out there and you get stuck at night and you start to freeze, this right here will keep you warm after you cook it. So each one of these these have different types of stats on them. Like right here, the hoof fungus cannot be eaten raw. You have to cook it, and it is mainly for the nutritional value. The button mushroom, again, you can eat it raw. It gives you a little bit of food. It's good for spare the moment if you definitely need some food. If you see it cooked, now it gives you half. It fills up more hunger. Plus, it does healing properties on it. This is why I opened up the kitchen as a second room. Right here, the dotty mushroom. If you eat it raw, you got a chance of being poisoned. So I highly recommend don't eat this one. And this is what it will give you if you eat it raw. I mean, it is good for an emergency situation if you have to eat it. If you cook it now, just a little bit more of the hunger. Not really much. It looks like it's a little bit less for healing and a little bit more for keeping you warm. The way we cook things, or the way you can cook things, is you come over to the stove, you hit E. Now you can play around. As you can see, there are 5 different slots. If you're looking for something just for hunger, you can just add in ingredients that just deal with hunger. Now, if you're looking for, like right here, this one right here, if you're out and you're going to be out late at night, this one will definitely keep you warm. One of them will fill up the heat all the way up, and then you could add in, and as you can see right here, there is, it doesn't really do much for your hunger. It does a little bit, but you can go ahead and add in other items, which right here, this is just for hunger. So if we add in 2 of these, now we fill in both hunger and temperature. If we back out, these mushrooms right here is both hunger and healing. So if you know you might be out doing something, running into a bear or something like that, this right here will deal with the healing properties. Or if you're out there and you don't have anything to keep you warm and you start freezing, freezing will decrease your health. So that right there will bring your health back up. So you just play around with these different ingredients, and it will make the type of food according to what you need. And also this right here will show you the preparation time for making the different food. So let's go ahead and just cook something. I'm going to cook something that will keep me warm and also fill me up. Right there, it will do it. And this is the cook time for it. So I'm going to go ahead and cook this. Okay, so I wasn't paying attention to my health and I died. So I had to go out and regather some food. So that's where you have to definitely make sure you do game saves, because it will put you back to the last save that you had. And I didn't save it until before I had all my food. So what I'm going to do, like I said before, is I'm just going to cook some food up. Just try some variations here to see what I can do. Like right there, that will definitely keep me warm at night. This one right here has a lot of hunger refill, which is pretty good. This one really doesn't have much, but I'm going to use it anyways just to get it out of my inventory. Raspberries are actually good if you just eat them alone. They really don't add much to the value of cooking them from the regular stats. This right here, definitely, these ones right here definitely are great for nighttime use. So I'm just going to go ahead and cook this one up right here. As you can see, it's almost all the way full for all the bars. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit cook. Now, the thing about cooking is right here, you're going to have to gather lots of sticks in order to keep your food going. So I'm just going to go ahead and add it. And as you can see, this lower bar shows you the status of your wood fuel. So right there, it's done. And you can add more sticks into the stove to keep it prepped for the next time. And it also removes them from your inventory and does not count against you. They will not burn until you put food up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the food. And I'm not going to eat that food right now. What I'm going to do is, like I said, the raspberries do a pretty good job of kind of giving you some food. That's enough for me to eat before I go to bed. You can't go to bed on an empty stomach. And I'm going to see if I can go to bed if I'm almost dehydrated. If not, I'm going to have to run down to the river real quick. Okay, so it will let me sleep while I'm dehydrated. The first thing I'm going to have to do, though, is do a game save and run directly to the river. So with that, I am going to call it quits on this one. So if you have any questions or comments about making your kitchen or cooking, go ahead and leave them below. And as always, you guys have a great time out there being among the woods. I am Magic Flying Potato, and I need to go get something to drink.